action.
Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for coming. We are going to plan on having what we're calling a town hall meeting here, a grid meeting, regularly. Maybe quarterly. It depends on what people feel and what the input we get. The real purpose of this is to continue to enhance the sense of community here, give people a spot, not just to issue complaints, because you don't have to wait for these to do that. If there's something wrong, let somebody take care of it right away. But there are some ideas that maybe we've got, and it's not fully fleshed out, and it may lead to something. The meeting this morning was actually phenomenal. We had fewer people, but one of the items I was going to talk about, and it brought up as a rough thought for a grid-wide event, because if we can have some events, grid-wide events and events in different homes to try to draw more people here, it will make the grid grow and make all of our homes grow. My idea was, and it was based on some feedback Kindred gotten from a lot of people, new people coming, and we've got a lot of girls finding on the grid, and they are looking for men. And then we have some men coming on looking for girls. So I had thought to, instead of a kind of mixer or a dance, to kind of pull a semi-obscure thing out of the books called the Parade of Beauty, which was done at the Thing Fair up in Devore's Land in Marauders of Gore. And it would basically be for girls to walk a runway, like a model type thing, with a little bit of a bio about themselves. And Torvis, I was going to try to get you to DJ it. And girls that are available, that are looking to beg a collar there, and then men could be there and see what girls are interested in, and girls kind of what guys are interested, things like that.
I can DJ too.
Okay, well, so that was kind of a rough idea. Well, at the meeting today, there was some it wasn't thought that was the greatest idea, and that's okay. It didn't even have to be the great. It was just an idea to start conversation, which it did. And good, Ann's here now. And what spawned out of that harebrained idea was I think is a phenomenal thing that will draw people here and continue to draw them and draw people to each home, not just a place for a half an hour thing. Ann, are you fully here yet? I think she's here. Ann, can you hear?
I hear you.
Okay. Okay, good, Ann. All right, so what spawned out of that was something that Ann was kind of looking at working on, and she has some stuff for a treasure hunt. And so what we're going to be able to do is, and Ann and Havoc, and I think there may get some other people involved working with it, but you're going to have clues, Gorean clues to solve things, so it'll actually, people can learn some things from this too. They may have to go to a book and look it up or whatever, but there'll be different clues that you have to do it. Yes, Ann, thank you very much. Anyway, but this whole thing was out of my harebrained idea. Ann took it, and then with some other input for a few other people, I think this is a phenomenal thing. I mean, you guys may not, but I think it's just brilliant with what it can do. So Ann's going to take away and write. Yeah, we could do a feast. We could do different feasts and things too, Brian. So but let Ann write about this one, because this one it just covers hits so many bases. It's just, and it avoids some of the problems of all the different time zones we have too.
As far as a dinner type of event, personally, I'd rather see a Gorean pub crawl. Hit all the
I just meant a type of event like that. You know how they have that in real life.
How cool a pub crawl would be, though. From sim to sim pub crawl.
Right. Well, this would be
Yeah.
moving from home to home, just like you would in real life
It's a
with a
great
moving
idea.
dinner. Yep.
Well, I mean, what Ann's going to tell you
Yeah.
about is by no means the only thing we want to do. But I'm just saying,
I like that idea too.
yeah,
For the
it's
treasure
but
hunt.
even like this. So
Oh.
Brian having an idea, and maybe we don't do that exact thing, but it spawns other ideas. That's to me the big benefit of this town hall type thing. And there could be some
Mhm.
things where that aren't as positive a thing, but if we have somebody that comes onto the grid and causes problems, and they don't break any of the grid laws, but they go into Port Car and they cause problems there, and they get banned in Port Car, and then they go into, uh, uh, you know, Panny, and they cause under a ban, and to be able to share, hey, we're having a problem with this, but we banned them, you know, and maybe somebody else doesn't think, maybe in Tree they don't think they're a problem, they let them go, but maybe everybody else bans them, or maybe we all ban them, they could go to a public area and that's it, but just to share information to help the grid be better. And so for me, that is the purpose of a town hall meeting.
Okay. Oh.
You can talk, Brian.
See,
So,
I just
Ann,
think that's
Kendra's got a question about the email piece of it. Is the email part of the program that you have already, and then Matt, or do you think OpenSim has its own email? Is that what you were talking about? Because our website does have that ability. It's just that um it's a lot more expensive. Okay, so the program that you're using. Okay.
yeah, okay. So anyway, the brilliance about this is, like as Ann said, it can be Sims can participate. If they choose not to, they don't have to. But and like as she said in the second paragraph, that if you leave it open and you change the clues, so people that maybe they come and they think it's like a typical scavenger hunt and it's a time and they're done. This is always evolving, always ongoing, and if it's some of the stuff people get that they can use, it's just I mean, it's just Ann's concept on this is brilliant.
I like it. I do.
So, and like I say, it's not an event; it is not a one-time event. It's a continuing series of things which would continue to draw people and be fun for people to do. So.
Kendra likes the pub crawl idea too. What a fun idea! Where you just
That's
go.
yeah.
That is just that's awesome.
Have girls dancing at each tavern.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
a
That would
blast
be
that would
that's a
be.
great idea.
Hmm.
And then you would get there either by boat. Think of Kendra's just thinking about the picture in her mind would be like these people singing songs in the boat, being loud and obnoxious, and then going
Oh
into the
yeah.
port. It just sounds like so much fun.
Hmm.
Or riding tarns in.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we could sail
Yes,
now.
yeah, we can sail now.
Mm-hmm.
That is
So
in the paper.
And I got ships that'll hold like 8, 9 people, so that's not an issue.
It would that would be so much fun. But what happens to the free women then?
Oh, hell with them.
well, they can't go in.
They could have a
They can't
tea
go in.
room
They can't.
crawl.
Free women can't go in taverns.
They could have
So
a tea
they'd
room
have, they'd
crawl.
have to have it. They'd have to tea parties.
Now, I'm I'm just curious if they could make a little bitty water sim that could be sandwiched between each of the grid area, each sim area.
You haven't been looking around, have you, Brian?
Yeah, Brian,
We have tons of
you
water.
you can sail from not Turia doesn't know this, but you can sail from where do we
Axe-
go, Havoc?
Axe Glacier
Port
down to
Car-
Port Car and beyond.
Up to yeah.
You'll hit about
You
5
can sail
different
all-
cities on the way.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah,
It's already there.
yeah. and
You can go
dock
through
in
the,
'em.
you can walk through the woods too.
Yeah.
You can actually go from
Well,
to
I
the
noticed
board.
at one of, I believe it was I believe it was R that had a woody area. Another.
Yeah, we've connected the areas from Tabooks Ford to R to Lydia's to Port Car
Oh, nice. Okay.
to I mean just a variety of sims. That's one of the things that
And as Ann just said, she's doing the canals in Port Car as per the book, so you can sail all through Port Car.
Nice.
so
Very
our
cool.
little dream of having the map just like it was in the books is coming to
Yeah.
fruition.
Well, that is wonderful. I think I will go ahead
there's-
and do that.
The other thing too, Kendra was thinking about, like, where we had a fashion show last year, and we didn't have a lot of girls at that time, but now we have so many more girls that Kendra was wondering how you feel about that, Master. Or
I think that any events we can do are good. You don't want to do 2 and 3 things in 1 week and then go like 2
No.
months without doing anything. But I think the first big one is and Ann, I'm calling this your baby because it was your idea. I love it, and I think that is something we could draw a lot of people from other grids to do it, and then we'd spend more time going around places here. So if you can add some things to that, so while they're here looking at this, there's other things they can do and see. Great.
Suggestion? What if-
I would like, unless any of the men object, I like the girls to be able to speak freely because their
Oh,
input
yeah.
is
Very
invaluable.
much. Yeah,
So,
very
would everybody
much so.
please just speak freely?
Actually, I was trying to. A suggestion, if I may. What if you have a monthly... Having too many events together, I agree, is a problem. What if you start scheduling it the same time every month? There's a monthly event on the first Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, whatever, of every month, and then we could fill them in.
And I thought you didn't want to make it. I thought you didn't want to make it horrible for people and deter them.
Stop it. Just listen to my suggestion.
Okay.
Is my voice working?
I am
Yes, your
probably,
voice is working.
You're just ignoring me,
I am
ain't you, you
probably-
putz?
the newest person on this grid. I've been here a couple of weeks, but I think the biggest issue, and I've been recruiting a lot of people to my sim. I've had 3 or 4 come today from a previous sim that I worked at. I think one of the biggest problems that people have is they don't think that this is up to snuff. Okay, I mean, I really, when I first came here 2 weeks ago and walked around, I had no idea that, how well this is done. I mean, that is your biggest issue. Most of the people that I've talked to have said, oh, they don't have, it's not anywhere near as good as SL is. I mean, you can't, your avatars look like shit, blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's the conception that most people have. So I think having events is really a good idea, but I think that you're better off going to sims on SL or other grids in some kind of a format that will let people make people interested in what's going on here. Once they get here, there can be it could be the most wonderful place in the world, but if they don't ever come, they will never check it out. So my suggestion would be, instead of working on events for the grid is a great idea, but until you actually get people interested, you could have all the events in the world and nobody's going to come. All right, so what I've been doing and what Sweet has been doing is pulling people from SL that we know and saying, come and look at it, okay? And then they poured in, they look like Ruth, they're freaking out, okay? And then we say, now grab this, grab this, grab this, take this, take this, take this. Don't worry about money, free. Just take it. And next thing you know, I had one girl who runs a sim on SL with her master. She's actually a free woman and a slave. She plays both parts, but one is for running the sim, the other is for actually enjoying what she really is. She came here this morning, stayed all day.
Oh,
shopping.
nice.
Should have took her sailing too.
Now she wants to build, and she wants to do all these things. So what I'm saying is that the key is to get people here. And I don't know that sitting in the hub advertising it is going to do that. I think what would be a better idea.
Let him finish.
What would be a better idea is a group, 2, 3, 4 people make their way into SL Gore and interact. You know what I mean? And just put the stuff in your profile.
So like a rating party, but not a rating party for PR.
Exactly. Well, a rating party is probably a strong term.
Well, yeah,
Traveling minstrel show might be a better.
Okay, all right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
that's why I say it for
And
PR
I'm
instead
not
of for
talking
to
about
attack them, but yeah.
Right. I mean,
Right.
instead of, I wouldn't go, oh yeah, going to someone else's sim and start saying, oh, come check this out. But put enough information in your profile that people will know that, and pictures of your avatars on this grid, showing that you can look as good as you, better than you look there, because you don't have to buy anything. Okay, and because I think once everybody gets past the misconception that this is inferior, your avatars are inferior, the mesh is inferior, this is inferior, that is inferior, people are going to go, well, maybe I can should check this out. It doesn't cost me anything. You know what I mean? And I think once you do that and get people to come, then they'll tell their friends, and that's how it's going to grow, word of mouth. Events are wonderful.
That's
once people
great
get
feedback.
here, they need something to do, but they need to get here first. Okay, and the only way you're going to get them to come here first is either by people that they know and respect telling them to check it out, or that you pique their curiosity so much that they have to go check it out. Once they check it out, they're going to be hooked, but they got to check it out first. That's the only feedback I have.
That's a great point, because about a year ago, we did a thing because it was Churia's 20th anniversary. So we actually had some contests planned, which were, I mean, some events. We had tarn races, we had foot races, some different things, and people would. There was a prize, which would be a free sim for 2 months.
Okay, let me just make one point here. Okay, Sweet just came on my Skype, and I just brought my other slave over for the first time. Okay, she just come in and she said, oh my God, she's in heaven. She goes, all this is free? Oh my God, all this mess? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She's freaking out. Okay, because she can make herself look good and not spend tons and tons and tons of money.
Right.
Okay, now Toy likes to shop. I mean, she loves to do it. She'll spend ridiculous amounts of money because she can afford to do that. But she's like freaking out here because once she got here, she saw what we're building, she saw what she can get for nothing or for free, and she's hooked. Okay, so she'll be here, and that's what we got to do. We got to get them here. Once they're here, you're not going to have a problem about losing them. You just got to get them here.
Okay. Again, excellent input. Just like I said, we couldn't get people to come for that other thing. So uh, Kendra's been, and until recently, I mean, Kendra was the only one pretty much recruiting. And it's not even she goes to Hub. She only would interact with people who, I can't really say this nicely. So there's a lot of people who go to the Hub that are
The hub's not
just
the place to do it.
yeah, they're just dickheads. They're
It's
morons.
full of
So
trolls.
Well, well,
right.
Kendra's
What
gone to
is
every
the
sim.
place?
Kendra's gone to every single sim, went to every single owner of every sim. That's why we have 700 people here. And but this is what Kendra found.
Right. But
They have
no, there are.
excuse.
Well, what I'm
This is
saying is,
what happened. The girls come here and they are looking for masters, and the masters aren't here because they're over in the hub looking for girls. And
right.
then the girls that are here, they can't find the masters, so they go back to Second Life looking for the masters, because and the girls are doing working on their farms over on SL, and so there has to be a there just has to be a way. You can co-grid, Kindred co-grids. She's here and she's on Second Life. It does cause some issues sometimes, but she's been to every sim, although she has been banned by a few.
And they
For
don't like you
recruiting,
going
but
there
she
and
goes.
pitching other grids very much.
No, but Kindred does
Right,
go to the
exactly.
owner. She goes to the
Nobody's
owner
gonna go.
of the grid.
Nobody's gonna go. You're not gonna walk into somebody's sim and start saying, "Oh, come over to
Yeah, it's kind of rude actually, but
that." Yeah, actually, yes. But if you're in there and just role playing, and you're not, amongst yourselves, people are gonna notice. They're gonna right click you. They're gonna look at your profile. They're gonna see. If they see decent role play going on with all kinds of information about the sim. You're not doing anything wrong. Okay, all you're doing is role playing, and it's gonna some people and again once one of those people comes here and realizes what they can do, and I get it. Counter Earth Grid doesn't have as much as SL's got. I mean, you want to
Quantity,
spend
no.
$80, $80 setting US dollars setting up an avatar, you can make it look great. But here you can do it. You can look really, really good for nothing, and that's a big thing going on. They can afford to make themselves look as good, and how many people get overlooked because they're on a system avatar and they don't have a mesh head, or their AO looks like shit. Excuse my language, or I mean, they don't even get the opportunity to role play because nobody wants to role play with them because they don't look good. You know what I mean? Here, you don't have that problem. So all I'm saying is, if you go into someone's sim and try to recruit off of their sim, they're going to get upset with you,
yes.
and they're going to talk bad about this or us. If you go in and role play and people notice and they start checking you out, and I do it, every one of us does it. I think we all look at profiles, or at least we did back on SL. They're going to see some things, and they may message you and ask you where Counter Earth Grid is. Pass them a note card, tell them how to get here.
Here we have that.
Move on.
Yeah, like I said, Kendra was going. She was actually going to the grid owners to see if they'd be interested in having a sim here.
And
So-
still having their sim on Second Life, because it's
Yeah,
so
but
inexpensive.
why would they split their audience? That would be splitting
Well,
their audience.
Master Scar from Karoba, he
Karoba.
was thinking about doing it because he's so busy over there, he doesn't get a chance to really enjoy Gore anymore, because he has. So this would be a place for him to kind of escape all that busyness. And we do have
Well, that's
a free woman here that is actually one of the biggest vendors of Gorean items over on SL, and she's anonymous here, and then she can pick and choose what she does without anyone knowing who she is.
well,
And
I
so
get
that,
that. A lot of people want to escape here,
yes,
away from all the crap that is SL. But the bottom line is, I think that the quality of the people here is better than the
hmm
quality of most of the people on SL. I'm not going to say all,
thank you,
but
Master.
most. And
Thank you,
I
Yarrow.
think once people get here, and I mean, when we first got here, I walked in here, I had no expectations. I figured it was going to be a waste of my time. Okay. I spent a couple of hours with some people that, with Kendra, and I was half naked trying to figure out how to get dressed.
Kendra didn't mind
Um,
that.
and yeah, I'm sure. And but everybody we met was just, amazing. It was like, they explained everything. They showed us how this thing. I bought a sim the next day. Okay, just because I thought I saw potential here, and I could do it the way I wanted to do it. So I think if you get people here, that will happen. You
hmm
just need to
Can I
get them
point
here.
something out? While Damien's absolutely right, more people. I think we all sing that song. The last 30 days, we had 207 active users. A year ago, what did we have? 20,
hmm
Yeah,
maybe.
I was gonna say if I
We're
could
actually doing damn
throw in
good.
as well. As someone who spent more time here and then kind of stopped spending time here and spend more time over on SL, I understand what you're saying about the perspective of this counter grid about being it not being as advanced or looking as good. Scripting is harder. I know that's over here. Um, and but there's still people who go online on IRC and Gore. You know, I think the thing that kind of drove me away is I was only seeing the same two, three people every time I was here. I think if you get more people more active, that draws more people in, makes it more interesting. And they're two, three great people. I love the Turians, but you also want to spend some time with people you don't know and talk and interact and
hmm
and that sort of thing. So if if you get the more active people, and apparently you guys are doing great, with what Havoc is saying with 200 and some people coming in. I'm still finding if I pop in here, I'm not really running into people most of the time, but I'm not going city to city. I just kind of check in around here.
Well, we got to hit critical mass, which is that number of people that will put us over the top. Where is that? We don't know. I don't know. We're getting closer.
Yeah, it would be
Well,
good to focus the people
we
that you
brought
have
three or
as
four
well.
people over today. There's more coming. So,
There you go.
But yeah, I think
my
events
whole
is a good way to focus the people that you have. So if you get 200 people and they're all on at different times and never see each other, you'll say, all right.
Damien's
Somebody
right.
has
But
a window open.
that was
He's got a supercharge. He's got a supercharged horn.
but if you
Yeah,
bring people together for an event, I think
next
if they
Steve
see
Van, my
everybody there at the
garage.
same time, that'll help.
Well, now it's gotten to the point when Kindred does sign on to Second Life, she's getting IMs regularly from people. Like today, she got one from um, a master. What's his master? Cintas, Cincinnatus, or something like that. He
Cincinnati.
Cincinnatus, thank you, master. He is probably going to come here, and then another master also sent Kendra an IM about coming here. Yet heard about it from somebody else. So we also have both radio stations are here, GPR and
The whip.
the whip. And so GPR broadcasts events for us quite often, and they and and so that part is really nice too.
Well, that
And the
just
whip will
goes
do them
to
too.
what Dame. Yeah,
And the
that
whip
just goes
will
to what
also, yeah.
Damien was saying, that as you get
Yeah.
some of the people have been here and they're going over there and talking to people. So when you go on, other people have already talked to them and they're curious. So so that really just, to me, supports everything that Damien said. It just reinforces it.
And remember, I used to talk about this place a lot on the radio show on the whip too.
Yes.
I need to go back and start doing that
Yeah,
again.
and
I think.
Make
I wouldn't
all you
entirely
have to
abandon
do.
the hub either. There's
All you
there's
have
a
to
lot of
do
trolls
is
at the
make
hub.
it really easy for them to get here. All you have to do is make it really easy for them to get here.
Okay, here's something I don't understand. I did a goddamn video with step-by-step
I
instructions,
watched. I
and
watched
people
that
still
video.
don't get it. It's
Okay,
It's
first
like
of all,
4 steps.
well, nobody's gonna click out of SL to go watch a video. Okay, I
Well, I'm
sell
talking
Harley
about
Davidson
physically how to get
motorcycles for a
here.
living. Okay, but what I'm saying is I sell Harley Davidson motorcycles for a living. What I do. Okay, people are lazy. They do not want to do. You have to make it so easy for them that you have to put the address on a note card so that cut and paste so they don't have to. You have to tell them you're going. You have to tell them you're going to give them free everything if they come. We'll give them a bento skin, bento head. You won't have to buy anything, even though it's all free anyway. They don't know. I mean, they think they're getting something for nothing.
Yeah,
That'll
you
get
want
them-
congratulations, you won a prize.
Right,
So
exactly.
we do have some
If you're
detractors
interested, you
though.
come.
Kendra, let him finish, please.
Sorry, Kendra, Kendra apologize.
Okay, all I'm saying is people are lazy. I mean, most people are. They don't want to work for anything. Okay, if you make it so easy, that all they have to do is cut and paste this, cut and paste this, cut and paste this, boom, and they're here. Okay, it's like you'll see an influx of people. Now, whether they stay or not is you can do. All you can do is get them here to check it out. All right. I mean, when we bring somebody over, and we've brought over 3 or 4 people today, we meet them at the port in. We tell them what's to take. We bring them back to the sim. We help them set up. Okay. So when they're done and they look good, okay, now all of a sudden they want to go shopping. Now they're hyper gridding all over the place, buying stuff. Okay, and that's the kind of thing you need to do. I mean, when these people come here, if there's nobody to meet them or nobody to talk to, or they're just going to leave because they don't want. It's complicated. They don't understand. They can't figure it out. Blah blah whatever. Okay, so is there a way to tell when somebody ports into the grid?
Yes, there is. We have
Okay.
there's a place where every person who comes to the ship of acquisition is documented, and we see that.
But is
I
it
need to
documented
find
real
that
time?
landmark.
It's
documented?
documented real time.
Okay,
No,
so
but he
who
means
gets
does it
it?
ping you so that you can go show up and jump on the
It,
guy?
oh
Does it
no,
ping
it does
you?
not.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. What there should be is when somebody lands on the sim, somebody should get messaged, and that says, and if somebody's on, they should say, "Welcome, thank you for checking us out. Give me 2 minutes, and I will be there to help you get started."
If you
And
got
then-
all
Love
these
your
girls that
passion,
need
Yarrow.
men, if you got all these girls that need men, you know, throw them in some sort of a city or sim collar and have them sit there and wait for people.
You're missing the point. The point is when somebody comes in here and they don't understand what they're doing. Okay.
Oh, that's
First of all, they're
that's
coming
what
as
the girls
roofs,
should
and
do. Is tell them what
that's
to do.
you poured in, you look like you're roofed. That's enough to freak a lot of people out.
It is.
Okay.
It really is.
Okay. I mean, if I walked in, when I poured it in here and I was roofed, I was like, this isn't going to work. But I gave it a shot. Okay.
Yarrow, you know
That's the thing.
the girls from the cities that are here during the day, So it's Yasmina, Crystal, Kendra, and we typically are the ones that we watch the entry areas, and sometimes we just stand there all day.
Yeah,
If
but you don't need
and
to do that. Yeah, I mean, if you
well,
have
we
some
don't
kind
have
of
a tool.
there's got
Well,
to
a
be a
tool may not be
script
hard
here
to
or
make.
something somewhere around. Pardon me?
A tool may not be hard to make. I think I know where you're going.
No.
Right now, you land on a platform that hands you a note card and stuff. I should be able to put an additional step in there to send a message out. Oh shit, my chair just went crazy. To send a
There's plenty
message
of
to a
them on
specific
SL.
list of people saying that somebody has arrived at the ship of
Right.
acquisition.
It'll come as as an IM or as a message to you that says that Joseph Smith has landed at whatever sim. Okay. Then
Yeah,
you
step
Yeah.
trigger, exactly. Yeah,
paste the
it already
name,
has one.
stick it in an IM and say welcome. Um, we'll be right there to help you get started.
The only
Go
problem with
there,
that is we
show
may
them how to
not
make
be. I don't want to
themselves
lie
look
to the
decent
people.
right away. And it's a pain in the ass. I mean, to have to do that with everybody who comes in, or as many people as you can. But you know what? You start doing that, customer service, for lack of a better term, is what's
Yeah.
going to bring people here.
You don't understand my point.
So-
We can't tell them that somebody will be. We cannot tell them that somebody will be right there because maybe somebody won't be right there. We don't have somebody here at all
So
times.
what I'm saying is, if somebody is here, and
Then they
get
send them
the
an IM.
Right.
message, then they send an IM. If they don't, you'll have a record of the people that came, and
We
you
already
can
have
send
that.
them an IM offline and say, hey, thanks for stopping by. Sorry there wasn't anybody here to assist you. Let us know. Give me a message next time you're on, and I'll be happy to help you set up or whatever. Okay?
Let me work on that to see if I can do a list of people notified. Basically, what you're saying there, Damien, to notify them that somebody's there.
Kendra loves
That's
your
great.
Well, I
passion,
just think
Yarrow, and Kendra is in sales. Kendra and my master are also in sales, and so we really understand what you're saying. You know,
Well, that's how it's always
as
been
you
in Turia.
as you know, it
People,
takes like 2 years to build a territory, and so we're into our second year. Well, yeah, our second year.
20th
Really.
year.
Well, our 20th year for the city of Turia. Yes, yeah.
but that's how we've always done it in Turia. When it was on IRC, when it was on Second Life, when it's been here, OS Grid, that when people come in, a girl always goes, where people are there, a girl always goes to greet the visitors, offer them service. So
Kendra, I want you to do me a favor. I got a job for you. Send me a
Yes,
note card
Master.
as soon as you can of all the girls who would be available to go help people. I need their full
Okay,
names.
Kendra will do that. Yes, Master, right away.
Their real names, not, any strange name. Let me see. I'll see if I can do a notice within, once they do the impact on the thing, if I can send a message. I just got to figure the script out. It may not be hard.
Kendra loves how you're participating. This is what we want is a community like this. It really is very exciting. Thank you.
it does make it. I mean, everybody's vested in it, which is how it will be successful.
Not sure, Ann. Maybe. I don't much care about the email. I want them to just send a IM to the person. Our people, our current people. And tall
An
Lily,
email
and tall new
outside
girls
would
who I
take
don't
some
know.
kind of an HTTP call.
Yes, Tal. All came in.
Tall girls.
We got Amelia, Sweet Cheeks, and Lily snuck in when we weren't looking.
Yeah.
Tal girls. And
So somebody else brought up another suggestion. Master, may Kendra mention it to you? Well, to the group.
sure.
Somebody was interested in us having an economy here,
Yuck.
and Kendra knows that that's been brought up before, but she just because that was asked of her, she thought she would just bring it up to you.
Um,
You mean
For
an
various
RP?
reasons. No, well, just having an economy. Like Lindens, the Linden, they buy Lindens and everything,
You're talking
and,
based on
and
real
trade them.
dollars.
Yes, they're talking an economy based on real dollars, and so that's not really something we want to address and to implement at this time. I mean, this grid is set up. Second Life, make no mistake, is set up to generate revenue. And my big complaint has always been, and people have heard me say this, they're trying to squeeze blood out of a rock and get every cent they can. We're not. Iron's not trying to make money on this. This is our passion for gore, if you will. So, that's what this is, and to make it to have a good version of gore. I mean, is it going to be perfect? No, it will not ever be perfect. Is it going to? Or is everybody going to like every single other home here? Are they going to agree with everything they do? No, they're not. I mean, it's gore. People are, dominant men run a lot of things, and they're not going to agree on things. Uh, that's why every home is responsible for making and enforcing their own laws. Uh, but an economy right now is just something that really is not a not a great thing to have, and it's hard to have an economy when almost everything is free. So it's almost kind of
I
pointless.
think that's a really, really bad idea.
So do I. And there's
Um,
also legal ramifications I don't think we want to get into. You're talking IRS stuff now if you got an economy.
yeah, it's
I don't know
that's
where your I don't know where your scripters are at the moment, but I mean there are various on SL at least RP versions of economies where gold pieces obviously use Korean currency.
That's not what they're talking about, though. Yeah, RP currency is fine, but that's strictly for role play purposes and not tied to real money. An
Yeah,
economy
but
is
right.
real money.
it would still be it would possibly answer some of the things that the people are asking for an economy want. They in some way want value for whatever. So maybe just an RP economy would satisfy some of what they're asking for.
I think it's people wanting to sell stuff and make real money, but that's me.
Yeah, that's
And
well,
which is going to be difficult. Like, why would you buy something when you can get most everything else for free?
right, exactly.
That's again, it's not negative. But it's kind of the SL mentality. Oh, I got to sell stuff. I got to be able to sell some things to make money because I have to buy stuff to get things. Well, you get the things for free, so you don't need to sell anything.
I still
And
sell tarns
so many.
for a thousand linden a piece in SL every day, but I give them away here. We got to keep it
Yeah.
that way.
So,
Right,
uh,
exactly.
and again, so many people have created and found other things and share them with everybody here. It is a real sense of community,
And
which
that's
I
what I like
personally.
about it. I mean, I spent when I first came to SL 10, 12 years ago. I used to build all the time. BDSM toys, this, that, everything else. And I used to make real money doing it. And it became a job, and it became no fun, and I stopped doing it. I left SL for a while because it was another job, and I already had one. I didn't need another one. So what I'm going to do, the stuff I'm going to get back into that a little bit and start building things again, but they're going to be free and they're going to be here. And because I can do it when I want to do it, not when I have to do it. When you start bringing money into it, then it becomes something else, and it's no longer um, what this is now. So
It's not a passion; it's a job.
exactly.
Damien, when you're ready, let us know. We'll get you a nice big store here in Sardar when you got stuff to give away.
Well, I will have. I don't have anything yet.
When you're
Well, a
ready.
couple of things I've modified that were given to me that I've made do other things.
Whenever you're ready, we got space for you for sure.
But okay.
See me or Kendra, we'll set you up with something nice.
And Valerie Ann over there, who's hiding way in the back, is going to start building over at Total Friends. So,
Awesome. Hi, Valerie Ann. Nice to meet you.
something that's throwing errors like crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Damon
I'm
thinks
trying
it
to
might be Sweet Cheeks.
figure out what it is.
No, it's Damien.
It's
Oh,
me.
you can tell,
I
Master.
don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was messing with some
So,
stuff the other day, and I think I may still have something on.
so Anne, when do you think this is going to be ready for our first event, our all grid event? And should we have a fashion show?
Let's give her and Havoc some time to look at it, and then they can come back and get an idea of what all is going to be involved to put it together. And that's not even going to be it, because they'll put it together, and then every city, every home has to form their own clues in that.
Well,
Yeah.
we are happy to participate.
I know, but
Anyway.
let's don't worry about setting dates just yet on it. We came up with this great plan today, so give the people working on it time to meet and do get their timeline together.
And don't forget, Ann, we can create another email just for this thing too. It's easy.
Yeah.
I think
Do you think?
We'll talk.
Sorry.
I think the currency, if we could get a role play currency going, it would help with like exchanging things with the farm system. And I don't know if everybody realizes that the basic farm system became available on OpenSim, and then people here, because it's an open source item, people here have created Gorean specific items, and done little improvements on things here and there, and I don't know if everybody realizes how much work went into that, and to have Gorean specific crops, and storage capability, that kind of thing. And I think people are wanting to be able to, the HUDs were created so that you can exchange those items, and so I think the reason some people are looking for currency is because they like doing that farming stuff. I like doing it.
Don't confuse role play currency with an economy. They're two very different things.
I understand that.
And a role play currency
But
is fine, and as a matter of fact, it is being worked on. It's supposed to be phase 2 of the meter if Mikhail ever gets off the dime. We'll find out by May 15th. Now, as far as the farming system goes, Crystal, is there one person who has all of it?
The store in Skajern,
It's free like everything
has
else.
most of it.
Well, I'd like to get all of it in one box that we could put here in Sardar at a vendor. Because it doesn't do much
Okay.
good if you have to find somebody and make a copy. Could I count on you to try to get that together? Get me a box with everything in it?
Uh,
Copy and
yeah,
transfer?
I
Thank you.
collect everything, and
Want me to-
I'm not doing farming right now, but I continue to collect all the stuff.
Well, put it all in
as
one big
it's
box and
created.
make sure it's copy transfer. And we'll get it out to everybody that way. That's another problem. We have things, but nobody's sure who has a copy. Like, somebody has a boat script across sim lines besides the sailing one I hear. I don't know who. I can't get a copy of the damn thing. It's here somewhere, and I'm sure the person would be happy to share it. We need snow. Okay, thank you, Ann. We need to get these things put in vendors here in Sardar so everybody can get a copy who wants it. Yeah, well, I don't listen to you, Ann. Damn slut.
We've got Havoc and I have short-term memory.
Well, I've got boats, but they don't cross the damn sim lines. And I love the scripts because they're variable speed. I don't have to put that freaking sail crap on it that does 4 knots. I want something that really moves. Ram ships. I've already worked out some. I don't want sail. I want power. Because I'm already working on metered ships. I already have copies actually of metered ships because Tarn ships are ram ships. They're basically biremes and triremes. I've got them already set up so that they work as ram ships. But you can't cross a sim line with them.
As long as you don't want sim, yeah.
Wants a ship with a great big Johnson.
A great big what? Oh no.
Great big Johnson.
He wants a big ram.
A good fire pit Friday would be taking the ship with you singing on the ship to each of the cities. That would be.
Did you see that, Havoc? She's got a ram script.
You people sometimes.
The one thing is that the nighttime people, a lot of times we get together every night and just sit and then kind of
And talk, yeah.
and just talk. It's kind of been fun.
That's what That's what draws me.
I have a question. This is to see if a law covers this. Okay, the very few grid laws we've got is you have to be an adult and no child avatars.
And don't be a dick.
So if we start getting to the point where we get free women coming and free women get pregnant, can they not have they can't have the talking wombs, can they? Wouldn't that be like a child avatar?
They can't get pregnant. You just, some sort of birth
Ladies
control
and
shield.
Gentlemen or gentlemen and slaves, I need to go because I've got people that I need to finish orienting.
Okay, Damien. No, thanks for stopping by, and really the input was great. Thank you very much. I think I speak for all of us. We're very glad you guys are here. So I'm glad you came.
And at the same token, I'd like to point out that this meeting has now gone 1 hour, and no meeting should go more than an hour.
Exactly. That was my sentiments, and I have people that I have to orient.
Okay, well, unless anybody's got anything else to say quickly, for the first one, we are going once, going twice. We're adjourned.